Reading and interpreting texts is a classic hermeneutic method in literary studies that allows students to understand the content more deeply and thoroughly. The British literary critic Frank Kermode claimed, "Only insiders can interpret stories correctly, but even they are prone to error." Based on this perception, reading and interpretation exercises can take place at different levels, one of them reading texts that are culturally similar to one's cultural ideas, values, and symbols from an insider's point of view. Reading a story or text that has different layers of similarities to the student's environment and cultural background allows participants to improve their interpretive skills, as finding similarities is a common skill in our frame of thought. Working method: the educator selects a story or text that is culturally similar to the cultural environment of the participants. There are possibilities of multicultural composition of the lessons, but the idea is to focus on one culture where the lessons are organized, for example, Lithuania. The educator selects a folk tale from the Arabic folk tales which, in his opinion, has symbolic, cultural, and other similarities with Lithuanian, or which can be easily interpreted by the students. It requires a deep understanding of both the cultural environment, history, and literature from the perspective of the educator. Finally, students are given the task of reading the text individually and interpreting the text based on different aspects to identify similarities between the folklore of different cultures. The educator can also integrate the collaborative board method with the mural tool, one of the ways to identify similarities and differences that can be presented on the board for better interpretation results. Classroom participants can read the printed version of the stories and engage in a discussion with students online and in the classroom. Participants can also use Mural's collaborative board with their phones, tablets, and laptops to answer their questions on a shared board if needed. This session requires the attention of the main and co-facilitators to ensure effective learning outcomes for the groups online and in person. Tasks between moderators can be divided as follows. Main presenter is the main host. Conduct the session in person. Act and interact with the group personally. Make the reading task available to the participants personally. Co-host is the co-moderator. Technically supports the participants online. Provides practical and technical support to the main moderator. Checks and writes in chat. Can intervene in face-to-face lessons by bringing in participants' questions and thoughts online, for example from the Mural collaborative board. Is ready to run the session when needed.